this was actually very painful to watch and actually sad for anyone that loves liberty and freedom. They did a humiliation ritual on national television in Britain. They have the show Big Brother House. I'm pretty convinced that most of you know what it is about. And one of the contestants, he was a right winger. He was a British right winger, and he had certain takes. Basically, he doesn't understand like how someone can be British if he's Pakistani, and celebrates the Pakistani Independence Day from the British Empire, right? And they go in Britain and they wave their flags and their Pakistani flags, and nothing they do associates with British culture. And one of the other contestants go like, well, as they should, right? So like encouraging this type of behavior, this type of cultural segregation, where you have like different people living in the same place, but like each are forced to have like their own culture. And it's obvious why this is a problem, right? Because like we already have that system. It's called Planet Earth, where you actually have like different people with different cultures living one to another, and you usually have conflicts, right? Like if you take people from a conflict zone where there's like historical grievances and stuff like that, and you import them and you put them in a smaller area, well, it's not going to solve the conflict. And so like in a way, like the British guy was correct. But even if he wasn't, right? Like let's assume that everything he said is bad. I understand he also made fun of the way a gay person talks or something like that. I can't show you the images because they're copyrighted, so I don't want this video to be taken down. But what they did is that they took him in this little room, this little interrogation room, and Big Brother said that what he said is not acceptable, and because of that, he's being kicked off the competition. And so now his face is plastered for the entire nation to see. Like everyone knows who he is. The chances of him getting a job or the chances of him being in civilized society are being reduced dramatically, And you have to understand like what is actually happening here, because the way they frame it is they're trying to pretend that this is normal, right? Like these conversations like generally don't have a place in a civilized society. But the reality is that it's not normal. Everything is artificial. Like everything is smoke, mirrors, and cameras, and this is how the media manipulates. Like before inviting competitors in the house, like they have a team of experts that go through the background of the person, and so they were very aware that this is a right-wing individual, and they were very aware of his takes, because it's like you can use AI to research a person, and they will go through social media and immediately like find everything that the person is into, their likes, their dislikes, their political affiliation. And so the fact that, like in Britain, for instance, you have at least 30% of people that support Nigel Farage, right? And they resonate with this guy's takes 100%. And yet he is like the only person in the house that is a right-winger, and he is surrounded by some of the most far-left individuals imaginable. Goes to show that this is what the producers wanted. Like they genuinely wanted a right-wing individual there, so that he seems small, he seems atomized, he makes the ideas that he have feel fringe. Because let's be honest, like if you take someone that the BBC likes, like you take a person that's progressive, that's for open borders, pro-trans, like all these other things, and you put them in a house filled with Andrew Tate, like it's obvious what's going to happen, right? Like even if he's like the best debater in the world, even if he's like the most well-spoken and articulated guy, he's going to get bullied, right? Like it's done on purpose. And so you invite him, and you don't even allow the public to kick him out. Like that's the interesting thing, right? They didn't allow the public to vote him out because they were afraid that maybe the public actually likes him, and maybe the public would actually allow him to stay, and that is unacceptable. Like these people claim that they like democracy, like these people claim that they want the will of the people, but they like democracy while running from the people. Like they don't want the people to have an opportunity to express themselves. This is why they constantly need censorship. This is why they constantly need to fabricate these reality shows, which again, like it looks like a competition, but the public doesn't get to have a say, right? It's the illusion that what he did is so over the pale, like what he said is so bewildering, that it's unacceptable for him, and obviously, like, the public would have voted him out anyway. Again, none of his opinions are different than what J.D. Vance would have said, or a modern right-wing American, or even like someone from Britain from the 90s. Like, I guarantee to you, if you have a time machine, and you take any person from the 90s, and you were to place him in a room with this chap, they would probably agree on everything. And the interesting thing is, like, they frame it as, well, like, yeah, of course, because, the 90s were regressive, right? So, like, they controlled the language by suggesting that fascism, authoritarianism, cracking down on freedom of expression, not allowing people to think is progress. Like, this is where humanity is going, right? So, like, being a progressive means embracing censorship, means embracing cancel culture, means embracing all these bad things, and also embracing authoritarianism. And so if you go back to freedom, if you go back to a place where people actually used to be able to speak their mind, that's regressive. That's going backwards. And it's such a vile way to look at things, right? And more importantly, like, the guy actually started crying. Like from what I saw, he wasn't confrontational. He wasn't like a type of individual that's angry or a potential person that's going to explode. No, he just like had the normal conversation about his opinion, right? On why it's not acceptable to see people flying the Palestinian flag while in England. I mean, it's a thing, right? Like imagine if Microsoft would say, yeah, I don't want people to have the Linux logo while on company property, while on company grounds. Or someone from McDonald's to say, yeah, I don't want anyone wearing a KFC shirt while being at McDonald's. Like, is that like really far-fetched to say? Is that weird, right? Like, I don't want any of my employees who are at McDonald's to have a KFC shirt. Like, you can have a KFC shirt at home, right? Like, you can wear one on the street, but like when you're at McDonald's, right? When you're in McDonald's, you're going to follow McDonald's regulations. I don't feel like anyone would be upset with that, right? Like, everyone would understand the reasoning, why it's being done, right? But like, for some reason, when you apply it to a nation, and you're basically saying, yeah, like, I don't think it's normal for people in Britain to celebrate independence from Britain. And then immediately, yeah, but like, Britain was colonizing and shit. It's like, okay, so if it was that bad, why are you here? And not to mention, it's like, okay, like, we agree that's bad. Are you going to punish for us? Because if you're punishing for us, like, might as well, like, kickstart the Imperial Project back again. You know, like, if we're going to be punished for it after we stopped, well, what's the point of stopping then? Like, we might as well just go full imperialist mode again. And so, yeah, like, really, really disturbing pictures from Britain. I wonder, like, how many people actually watch this? Obviously, it's viral now, so everyone knows about him online. Like, it was even in the newspapers. Like, again, like, the whole purpose is to convince the viewer that this type of behavior is so unacceptable that society has no place for this type of thinking, which is what a fascistic society with a thought police does. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.